Warning: the following may contain shambling mounds. Join fantasy authors Phil Tucker, Timandra Whitecastle, David Benem, Benedict Patrick, and Josiah Bancroft as they roll dice and take on the bad guys in a game of Dungeons and Dragons. 5 authors, 5 worlds, 1 adventure. It's time to get crit-faced. Previously on Crit-Faced. On the road west to the Wizard of Wine's winery, the party settles down for the night, protected by John Mallarmé's tiny hut spell. However, they become aware of someone outside the hut during the night. Scouting in the morning, John comes across a familiar face. The traveling hag Jenny Greenteeth has met up with them.
Hello there, dearie. Did you have a good sleep?
You can see me?
Oh, of course, dearie. Of course, you're very loud as well. It does help rather much.
Well, this is
also,
embarrassing.
A spell like that thing that you pulled off last night, it kind of shouts a little bit, if you know how to listen for that kind of thing.
You know, I'll be honest, I'm still getting the hang of this whole, being a magician thing. There's some things I just don't have a grip on yet.
Well, you were quite easy to track since you made a lot of noise the other night as well, but in a very different manner, didn't you, dearie? What about those friends of yours? Where are they?
Friends? No, I'm quite alone. I'm sure I have no friends here. I was just going to go to Balagi. Okay, well, they're actually in a palace that I have conjured. I'm quite proud of it. It's a beautiful palace, but would you like to come see them?
Whatever works for you, dearie. I believe we had a business transaction. As we said, we were going to go through at some point.
Yes.
We could do something like that soon.
Let me get the business manager. He's in charge of all of that. In fact, yes. Let's go now.
Okay. And what do you do?
Well, we walk back to the palace, and I say, "Hello, friends. Don't worry. No need to be alarmed. It's just Madam Green Incisors who has come to talk business. McRag, I believe you are the business manager, is that correct?"
Well, of course.
Yes, I thought we agreed.
Just want to recall, was it Lord Talfrin and Master Sonna who met with Jenny last time? Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She was climbing the trees, yeah. So,
yes.
And so Jenny looks at Kellen and she says, "Oh my, you're a big one, aren't you? And they put you in charge of the money, do they?"
It's because I can't count.
He also has the biggest pockets.
Very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your young lady there and the old guy, I think we agreed on a price of 500 gold pieces for a healing potion. And I suspect, with all the commotion, that's something you could use round about now. Is that right?
Oh, we could use it. But unfortunately, we do not have as many gold pieces.
Are we sure? I think we do. McRag, where's the money?
We're willing to sell our bard.
No. Well, I think there could be certain parties that would actually pay for any one of you, but I don't know whether I want to go through the nonsense of figuring out that kind of transaction. Just the cold hard cash would work really well for me right now.
How much do we have, McRag? Do we have anything?
2
I'm the treasurer.
fistfuls.
How much do we have?
We have 135 gold pieces. And 60 silver.
135 gold. What if we put the gold on top, right? Silver underneath. She won't count it because I got a very high number. And what do you think?
Are we talking in front of her?
I think we're in a huddle,
hello.
actually.
Yes, no. We're just having a little confab over here. Don't mind us. We'll be right back. We're just getting the money together.
Jenny just finds a tree nearby that she thinks is particularly interesting and starts to have a go at trying to climb it.
She has a very keen sense of hearing, so we should definitely be like whispering. But
should we rob her?
Oh, my Greg.
No.
We have enough enemies, I think, as it is. We don't need any more enemies.
Yes.
Can we get an idea of maybe what she has with her? Does she have like a cart or a wagon or something?
She's got a large backpack. She's actually left it on the ground now as she is trying to climb this tree. She's got a large sort of tinker's backpack that she's carrying her wares around in.
Have we really accrued no more wealth from that? We haven't picked up anything special or interesting she might like. She looks like a kind of person to be curious about something. Do we have anything? A pocket watch or a magic dagger?
No, we're still looking for the magic daggers.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And so by now Jenny's swinging from one of the lower branches of the tree and she shouts down. She goes, "Is anything the matter, dearies? I just was hoping to get started before I'm hoping to get towards Creswick before nightfall.
Lord
really was hoping to make this quick."
Lord Talfrin steps up beneath the tree and looks up at her and says, "How is it that you are in such need of cash at this moment and were to stumble upon us? Have you been following us across Ravenloft?"
"No, I've not been following you, but we seem to be travelling in the same direction. There aren't really that many directions to choose from, really, in Barovia. I certainly heard a lot about you during my time in the camp outside Vallaki.
Yes.
So it was fairly easy to know where you were, and I just thought I wasn't having much luck with the Vistani. I just thought I would follow up on our earlier conversation to see if you had any more cash. I mean, that's why I'm here. I travel through and, I pick up cash and I travel to different worlds and ply my wares that way."
Well, I'm afraid to tell you that we do not have 500 gold.
And her, she was smiling away, her green teeth sort of, poking out, and her smile fades a little bit, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Have you not? What have you been doing to get my money?"
Out of character, did we already get the healing potion and we now owe her 500? I forget.
No. You guys had asked, you'd inquired, and she had said 500 gold pieces.
And then we agreed.
So we never said we would. But did we say that we will give you 500 the next time we see you?
No. Nothing specifically like that, but you certainly get the impression that Jenny has decided to take it that way.
Should we ask to see the healing potion? I mean, if she wants to see the gold, we should at least be able to see the healing potion.
I say let's see the entire inventory.
McGrad, you're going to get us all killed.
Well, yes. Lord Talfrin says, "I appreciate that you need the gold, but we do not have it. And we did not set this as a particular date upon which we would have it. So, apologies."
Do you have a
That
layaway
is disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, dearie?
Do you have a layaway program? Maybe we can.
I don't quite understand. You're obviously a lot better with money than I am, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Gladly pay you Tuesday for a magic item today.
Oh, I see. You think I'm an idiot. No, I don't do anything like that. Thank you.
So it seems we are at an impasse.
Do you have maybe like a special bargain bin item sale, perhaps?
Darling, I don't think you want bargain bin healing potions.
Just rum.
That's not the kind of thing that you want from the bottom of a bin.
But it's maybe something that we could afford and might help us. Anything in your backpack that you'd be, maybe you'd be willing to trade it for something?
Why? What have you got to trade?
Well,
I'm always up for a good trade. If you've got something
John
good for
Marleme could
trading.
write you a song, and you could tell everyone that this is your song.
Well, why? What What would I do with the song?
Well, you'd carry it in your heart, of course. It'd warm you on cold nights and bring you joy on those lonely occasions when you're shaking people down for money.
Oh, I don't have much time for joy, dearie. Well, I do like the sound of money. Is there any way I could use this song to help me along in my business?
Absolutely. My own creative works are in high demand, and you can sell the rights for hundreds, perhaps thousands of gold. I'm quite certain. Where I come from, I am quite the star.
All right. What do you mean, sell the rights?
Well, see, to perform a song publicly, you have to give some money to the writer of that song legally, and if you don't, then the police or constabulary come and they throw you in jail.
All right. Well, I don't know if I want to be dancing around with that kind of thing, if I'm going to get thrown in jail.
Well, how about this?
Well, I do like the idea of having a little ditty. Why? What kind of song would you write for me?
Of course, a romance. A beauty such as yourself, you know, it would be a ballad. I would need a couple of hours, a couple of quiet hours, perhaps a pipe and a drink. You know what? I will need 3 days.
All right. Well, I'm about to head on down the road to Creswick, and if you come along with, let's say, 100 gold pieces and a really good song, I think I might be able to part with one of my healing potions.
Okay. That sounds like a bargain.
She jumps down from a tree, and she picks up her backpack. All right, dearies, I'll just be on my way then. There's nothing I can do before I leave to help you get that song for me, is there?
Perhaps you could strike an inspiring pose to get his creative juices flowing.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea. And she thinks for a wee second, then she just looks up to her left, raises her hand to her chin and pouts thoughtfully, looking up into the sky. How's that, darling? Does that work?
Beautiful. Such a noble vintage.
Loosen the neck there a little bit, the fabric. Open it up so he gets really inspired.
No. This is plenty. It's about the imagination, so don't ruin my process.
No.
Why depend on imagination when the real thing is right here?
I don't think I should do that. The last time we did anything like that, I was run out of that town.
Yes. I think I have plenty to go on, and we thank you for your understanding. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Yes.
Right. Well, I'm not one for travelling in company, so I'll head on. You're heading to Creswick now yourself? Is that right?
Perhaps. We're just going to see where our feet carry us.
Actually, have you heard in your many travels of a winery called the Wizard's Last Grapes?
No, I don't think that's what it's called, darling, for this wine.
The Wizardly Wine House. What was it?
Perhaps you're talking about the Wizard of Wine's winery, the only actual winery in Barovia.
That would be it. Do you know if we're close?
Oh, yes, certainly, dearie. It's just south of Creswick. In fact, I believe you'll be coming up to a fork in the road soon, and there's a lovely signpost that will direct you that way.
We've had some trouble with signposts being toppled. Do you know which side of the fork we should take?
Oh, well, certainly. You'll be heading south shortly. I'll be heading a wee bit north up to Creswick, and you'll be heading south to the winery.
And one last question, Jenny, if you don't mind me being such a chatterbox.
I mind you a little bit, but I can cope with it for now, if it's really the last time.
Right. We were perambulating through the countryside earlier.
What? You had a pram?
Yes, with a metaphorical baby in it. But that's not the point. We came across a corpse of Master Sana here. I gestured to her.
Ooh.
And upon finding her corpse, she melted away into slime. It was quite disturbing. Do you have any idea what that could have been all about?
Oh, well, bugger me.
No, that's not an option.
Well, I got to
Unless
say,
Josiah needs more inspiration.
oh, I got to say, it kind of sounds as if you're lying to me. Because she's standing right there. Am I the only one who can see her? Hello.
Yeah, that's it.
And she kind of waves at Master Sana. Hello.
It was a replica of her of some sort. Master Sana was with us the whole time, but we found an exact copy of her body.
Are you sure it just wasn't someone that looked a little bit like her? I had somebody that looked a little bit like me once. Then I realised it was a goat.
Lord Talford pauses, maintains composure. It was exactly like Master Sana. Clearly a work of magic. But
do you think maybe it might be a vision of the future?
I hope not.
Oh, that would be terrible, wouldn't it, darling?
It would, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't so much of a vision. It was an actual concrete corpse that turned into solid slime.
It was concrete.
As in tangible.
Right. So, was there something you wanted to ask me, Mr. Old Man?
The name is Lord Talfrin.
I think old man's fine.
No, it seems that you did not have anything to shed light on in terms of the issue of Master Sana's being found as a dead, decomposing corpse.
No, that one's new to me. And in fact, if you find out anything else about that, I'd be very interested in learning about that myself. So do have a look out for any other dead bodies. I'm always interested in a dead body. It's been a while since I performed a resurrection.
You can do that?
Oh, well, you know, it's a bit more expensive than 500 gold pieces, dearie. Not the kind of thing I'd really bring up with someone who's struggling to pull that kind of money together.
Let's say we had 100,000 gold pieces.
Well,
why would you throw that number around?
That's saying quite a lot, dearie, but I think if you had an amount of money similar to that, we could sit down and have a conversation about a few different things. But you go and get that money first.
Well, that is not a contract. That's not a contract. Yes, we are not bringing 100,000. No, just to be clear. And you stop talking about money, old man.
All right.
Ms. Greenteeth, one quick question.
Oh my God.
Have you ever heard of the Silver Dragon Order?
The Order of the Silver Dragon?
Yeah.
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact. That's very interesting that you brought that one up. I hear they're doing very well over in Vallaki at the moment, and they're very popular. Somebody tried to sell me a flag the other day on the road.
Oh, that's nice. Did you buy it?
Oh, no.
So you're not
I take money. I don't really give it if I can help it.
You know, what goes around comes around. You have to give money to receive money. That's a law. That's a universal law.
All right, you keep living by that law, and I'll live by my own. Thank you very much. Now, I think it's time I'd better go off before I get sick and hex the whole bloody lot of you.
Yeah, there's nothing more you can tell us about the Order of the Silver Dragon? What if we were members of the Order? Just hypothetically.
Right, I don't see any flags, so I'd be very surprised.
We have a very low advertising budget.
All right, I see. Well, I think if you were members of the Order of the Silver Dragon, they like you over in Vallaki, and I'd go and hang out over there again, I think. All right, bye.
Goodbye, Jenny.
Goodbye, Jenny.
Right,
see you next
in
time.
a few days over at Creswick. And Jenny slings her backpack over her shoulder. Sounds like she's trying to whistle a tune, but she's doing it extremely badly, and she sets off down the road off to the west.
Very nice.
Crit-Faced is a weekly Dungeons & Dragons podcast. To make sure you never miss an episode, and to get an exclusive prequel episode of the podcast, where you can find out what our characters were up to before this adventure began, head over to critfacedpodcasts.com and join our Crit-Faced fan group.